Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Susanna.
Hi, Abram.
Today, we will talk about how your past lives influence your present life. And for right now, I will hand it over to Susanna. Thank you.
Thank you, Abram. Would you, Abram, mind explaining how we're born with not only all possibilities within us, that we're also born with all of our lives within us, past, present, and future?
Most people have had past lives. Some are on their first lifetime, which is a good thing. For those who have had past lives, understand first of all, and you probably know this by now, everything is energy, which means there is no time. There is only experience, energetic experience. Now, most people have had past lives. The energy of those lives is still a part of your present energy, your identity. So, as an example, if you were a musician in a past life, in this life you might want to continue that creative thread. So maybe you decide to be an actor in this life. In a past life, maybe you were an orator, a speaker, as Susanna was in old-time Greece. I think I have just spilled the beans a bit. Today, she is an author. In a past life, she was also, does not matter this time where or when, she was also a channel, as Tom is now. Today, in this life, she is a medium. You choose the experience that you need to be in and want to, let me put it this way, want to discover yourself and what you are all about based on your experience. So you take the energy of those past lives unconsciously and many times subconsciously and create yourself in this present life based on your past life experiences, usually one at a time. Sometimes you can choose to base yourself on a couple or a few of your past lives and develop a few different abilities and talents in this lifetime. So, in short, all that you used to be, you still are. Thank you.
So a lot of people think that they've had multiple past lives. What about lives that are in between, let's say physical lives here in this reality? How is that influence?
All people have had, are having, and will continue to have lives in between physical lives. So as you exist right now as a physical human being, you are also existing as a non-physical being. You have been that way. You have had lives in between physical lives. You are still doing that. You will always do that. You will continue to do that. Those lives influence your present physical life in your and on an subconscious level. When you, as an example, use hypnosis, maybe for past life regression, you can view past lives as and when you were a physical human being. You can also view lives in between physical lifetimes. And many times this happens to people. When they expect to go to a past life for a certain reason, they find themselves in a lifetime that existed in between physical lives. Now, those lives influence you, as I said, in the subconscious way. And many times when you sleep and dream, you literally become those in-between lives all over again. And many times you will awaken from sleep and you will think, I had a profound dream. It meant something. I need to understand what it meant. When you have those dreams, and you will all have them from time to time, check what is going on within you emotionally. Because your emotions are telling you everything that you need to know about that in-between life and how it is still a part of you and how you are still acting it out in physical reality. Because you act it out in physical reality every day and you don't know it. Because you are so focused on and within your physical reality, which is a good thing. Thank you.
If someone is here for the first time in this particular reality, and they're having their first life here, do they usually know it? I mean, is that something they feel from within?
They can know it, but usually they do not know it. But they know that something is going on. Could this be heaven? Could this be hell? Could this be something in between? I am not sure. This life is a bit different. I don't understand people. I don't understand my life. I don't understand the mechanism that drives physical reality, as they call it, physical reality. But I will see what happens. They know something is different because they had spent time in non-physical form. A lot of time, let me put it that way. And when they begin their first physical lifetime, they have to adjust to all of the laws of physical reality. And that includes all of the laws of your government, your parents, schooling, religion, friends, and everything and everyone else. Because everyone has laws that they live by, and they really enjoy imposing their laws on everyone else, which they should keep to themselves. It would be a better thing to do. Thank you.
Now, everyone that incarnates here in this reality chooses to be here, correct?
Yes.
There are a lot of people who feel that they don't belong here, that they're not from here. I believe nobody is from here, but a lot of people don't fit in. So this could be one scenario where an individual really doesn't feel like they fit in.
It could also mean that the individual who had a past life in physical reality as a physical human being, and the life was so strong that it is influencing present life. They don't fit in. They should be back in time or forward in time to a future lifetime when it will be, and it still is because there is no time, a very powerful lifetime. So they find themselves maybe in between past and future lifetimes that were very grand, very powerful. They feel that power, but they are not in the experience of those lives, so they don't belong. They know they belong somewhere, but they are not sure. I tell people, past lives, future lives, present lives, plural, lives, plural, they all exist now. The best thing you can do is focus on your present life, because this is what you had chosen to experience. You had created in your design all that you are to experience in this present lifetime. Much of the time based on past life experiences and what you were in a past life. But focus on your present lifetime. This is a grand opportunity to express yourself in grand ways so that you can create a grand reality just the way you want it to be. Thank you.
So your advice for someone would be, if they're struggling with something, an illness or an addiction or whatever's going on in their life, to take a look at what's going on in their life presently before defaulting to, oh, I'm being influenced by a past life?
Yes.
Okay. So how would somebody who is being influenced by a past life understand it, where it's coming from, and even if they have knowledge or partial knowledge of what happened in that past life, and they just can't get it right, they can't fix it here, they don't understand how it connects and how it, let's say, is associated with an illness, let's say. How does one go about figuring that out? That's a big task, it feels like.
You don't have to understand anything. You don't have to figure out anything. But the way to change that situation, if you are dealing with something like an illness, you can't figure out why you got the illness and all the rest, the way to change that, first of all, if you have an idea of a past life in which you had an illness of kind of the same sort that you have now, you can use meditation or hypnosis to take yourself back to that lifetime. You don't have to know when or where it was, because everything exists as energy. So take yourself back energetically to that experience, not to that time, not to that place, but to that experience. And you will usually find out why you had gotten that illness. Then you can return to the present, as you call it, time, or your present experience, as I call it, and you can begin changing that illness. When you get to the root cause of the illness, it can go away.
What if there wasn't a cause? Like,
there is always a cause for everything. Always. Because there is only creative opportunity. And when people think, they create a cause. And that cause becomes their intention, and that becomes their reality. And you can define cause in any way you want to. But I define it as probable possibility. So as you have a thought, when you think of an idea, you are creating a probable possibility. Then you can take action with it or not. That will be up to you. Thank you.
all right, let me reframe my question. What if it is something that happened to the person? And I'm also including the design of someone's life, everything that's kind of, written in stone before we were born. Let's say being born as a stillbirth, or a mother dying in childbirth, or dying from a cut on the skin before penicillin was invented. Just things that happen in life that, even though it may be written into our script, things like that happen. I mean, that's just life. So maybe something traumatic happened. Are you saying you go back to the energy of the trauma?
You can do that. You can also understand that before you are born, you create a design for your upcoming physical life, assuming you choose to have another physical lifetime. And maybe in that new lifetime, you will have a cut. And that lifetime will exist in the past, before penicillin was created. And you will die from that because of an infection. When you reincarnate into a new lifetime, you are not necessarily reincarnating into the future. You could choose to reincarnate, have another physical life in the past. This is why I tell people, when you die, you will have the opportunity to choose if you want to reincarnate again or not. It is your choice. Nothing says you have to reincarnate again, but you can choose to reincarnate into the present all over again, into the future, or into a past time. People need to understand time and space-time. That is the fabric of all creative opportunity. And this might sound a bit difficult to understand, but let me put it simply. You choose what you want to be, how you want to be, who you want to be, and when you want to be, from considering reincarnation, from lifetime to lifetime. Nothing is linear. You don't follow a timeline. You create your own timeline and exist in either the future or the past or the present all over again. And it has nothing to do with karma at all. That is as simply as I can put it. Thank you.
I believe that 99% of us in past lives were just regular people. But a lot of people think that they were something grand, like a Mayan princess or a king, a queen, Joan of Arc, whatever. This is mostly not true, right? I mean, we're mostly like just had regular lives.
Mostly, yes. There are those who had existed as kings and queens and all the rest. Few of them, a few people, not a lot. And they know who they used to be. And they really don't talk about it. Those who talk about it wish they were someone special in a past life because they need to feel special in this lifetime. And there is nothing wrong with that. If you can look at yourself as you are, assuming that you have always been just, as you people say, a regular Joe in past lives, if you can look at yourself now and appreciate what you have now and who you are, especially appreciate who you are, you can find your grandness, your greatness, as you are now. Everyone has greatness. People don't know how to find it or to experience it. Appreciate what you have, appreciate who you are, and you will find your greatness, your grandness, and you will be able to live it. You don't have to be a king, queen, or anything else. You can still be, as you say, just a regular Joe with the understanding of your greatness. And that is what life is all about, to be in the experience of your greatness. Thank you.
Thank you, Abram. There are people that believe that child prodigies may be incarnations of famous people like Bach, Mozart, Monet, Rembrandt.
And some of them are, yes.
Now, we had discussed one time, I had asked you about our founding fathers of this country, and you said that that was just their one life, that they were not coming back.
Yes.
So they came here with the purpose of forming this
Yes.
country.
Yes.
Okay. And do you want to expand on that at all?
They had an idea. the founding fathers had an idea. They had created the idea as a reality. Children being born with exceptional talent. Some of them are reincarnated souls of past masters. Some of them. Most of them are just a new breed of human being born now. And I am not talking about New Earth, 5D, shifts in energy, or anything else. I'm speaking about evolution. All of you people, you are on your evolutionary path. Those children are being born brand new. They have exceptional talent. For a couple of reasons. One reason is to show you people that you can be pretty much the same way. You can do pretty much the same thing those children do, maybe in a different way, with different ideas. But those children are choosing to be physical human beings all over again for a reason. And part of the reason, and I don't want to talk about fluffy things, but part of the reason is to guide humanity into a new way of being by realizing who, what, and why they are, and by realizing, understanding, and being in the experience of their greatness also. It is also very simple, my friends. Don't complicate what is right in front of your eyes. You don't have to do that. You can accept everything just the way it is, because all things are, because all things are. Thank you.
That's all I have.
All right. So then I will say thank you, Susanna. Thank all of you. I would like to see all of you be in the experience of your greatness, your grandness. So maybe you would like to begin appreciating what you have, and don't wallow in what you don't have, and don't feel sorry for yourself because you don't have what your neighbor has, and all the rest. Human traits, all the rest. But appreciate what you have. If it is very little, if it is a lot, appreciate what you have, because you have created it. And appreciate who you are, the creator of your reality and life and lifestyle. Find your greatness. Become your greatness. It is your right. I love all of you. Thank you for joining us again, my friends. Enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you, Abram. Thank you, everyone.